the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
Today we're reacting. Wait, have you ever heard of? Hold on. Have you ever heard of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? Queer Eye. Have you?
I think so. Isn't that when they like go and they make over the gay guys make over the straight guys to try and get them to do better?
Pretty much.
And my ex used to watch it, and I'd leave the room.
Which ex?
Which one do you think?
Okay. I used to watch it when it first came out, and then I didn't even know they were still going because they got a whole new cast and all that. But
I just don't care.
Right? Like, who cares? Middle-aged, actually not middle-aged, just liberal white women who are middle upper class.
Which one's white women? Wait, we're talking about RuPaul, and we're talking about... Oh, you mean the people watching it?
The people watching it.
I was gonna say, RuPaul and Queer Eye for the Straight Guy is just sausage fest. Sausage, sausage, sausage. Everywhere you turn, sausage.
No, I'm talking about the people who are watching it. It's usually...
That's why they're watching it, because women, for some reason, love sausage fests.
Even though they're gay?
Yeah, because then they're like, oh my God, he's so sensitive and so sweet. I wish I could find a man like that.
You know what? I remember watching Miley Cyrus on Joe Rogan, and all she fucking talked about was RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm like, oh my God, you are the epitome of like an upper class liberal white woman.
It's because they feel like those people are being their true free selves.
Oh God, no!
And
they're
so they
being fake. Those guys are so fake. Ew. Fake.
I've watched a total of 10 minutes of it in my lifetime.
I'm sorry.
And I can tell you they're the fakest of people.
They are.
And so them trying to say that this is true expression, no, it's a competition.
Okay, well, why I brought them up is because Kamala decided to have them over. Hey!
I'm sorry.
Girlfriend had them over to the White House.
Oh, because she wants the liberals who watch it to vote for her.
She wants the LGBTQ blah blah vote.
Yeah. So she's having the gays, but she's not going to get the gay vote with those people. What she's going to get is the women who have no lives vote.
And then the non-binaries, those are usually women that have no lives or mentally ill male feminists.
No straight man is watching this.
Oh, I know.
Unless his girlfriend put it on. Unless his girlfriend put it on and he's on his video games.
Yes, I agree. Ready.
Hi. Can we talk on it?
Thank you. So you know
Didn't
how
even get that far into the video.
You know how I really know that these people don't have gender dysphoria or like body image issues? Because if I wore a dress that made me look like a fucking stuffed sausage, I'd get out of there. If I wore a dress that you could see the outline of my gut to, I would want to kill myself. I don't buy dresses like that intentionally because I will put a dress back if I can see my gut on it. Do you ladies agree?
I was trying not to go for the low-hanging fruit.
It's not low-hanging fruit. It's not low-hanging fruit.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
Because you can find an outfit that's tight-fitting that actually makes your body parts not look like they're fucking screaming to get out of your clothes.
Yeah.
You have too much money. You have too much money to sit here and show up like that.
I agree. I wasn't going to say it.
And I'm not saying anything about the body type that you are in. I'm saying everything about the way you dress that body type.
Yeah.
That's it. You're supposed to be a fashion. He's the fashion one, right?
I don't know. I haven't watched it since, like, I don't know, 20 years ago.
I think she's the fashion one. I don't know. Tell me. But you can't say you're the fashion one and then show up like that. You can't say that you're going to help straight men dress better when you dress like that. It's the same thing we mentioned with the Pearl thing.
Oh, Pearl. He reminds me of Pearl.
It's the same thing,
He dresses like Pearl.
They're either overfitting or underfitting clothes. And the thing about having money is you have the money to change that.
You have the money to pay for someone who can pick you out clothes.
You don't have to make us see the outline of your body like that. And if you do, if you feel obliged to, wear better fucking clothes. You're not poor.
You have enough money to pay someone to get you clothes that fit.
To pick out clothes that fit.
But
they want everyone to see them. They want everyone to see every last bit of them. So they want the skin. I'm so proud of my body, except I can't find clothes that actually fit.
Okay.
Pride Month, Vice President Harris welcomed the original and current cast members of Queer Eye to the White House. Together, they engaged in conversation about representation in media, the progress of LGBTQ rights, and what's at stake for the...
I want to point out just one more time. Look at the other men. Even look at Kamala.
They're all wearing suits but him. Interesting. They're
Because they
wearing
all
suits.
know what professional looks like. Because they all know what it means to show up to an event professionally, except for that one. You could have even worn a fucking dress. Just choose a better dress. I wouldn't have been this mad.
It's like, where's Waldo, but where's non-binary?
What do you mean, where?
It's easy. It's easy. Which one looks the most mentally ill? Non-binary.
Even Kamala got the notice.
Yeah. Ooh, she's wearing that like neck scarf thing.
She got hickeys from her gay lover. It's okay.
That would make me feel like I'm
Media, the progress of LGBTQ rights, and what's at stake for the LGBTQ community in the upcoming election.
Hang on, does that mean that because Kamala wore a suit and gender binary is a thing these days that Kamala Harris is non-binary? Jesus Christ, I hate this world.
It's up to us to say to each other, no time for apathy right now. No time to say, well, I'm sitting this out. I don't feel good. I don't want to.
A recent GLAAD report showed that 94% of LGBTQ voters are likely to cast their ballot in November, with 68% of them supporting President Biden and 15% supporting former President Donald Trump. With election,
I like those numbers.
So we're the 15% because I am, even
Those
though
are the
we're
in-betweens? Yeah.
even though we're liberals, I can't, in good conscience, vote for a party that is homophobic, is completely against gays and lesbians, and doesn't even know what a woman is, even though they're for women's rights.
And they say they're for us, but they're so against us. That's the thing. They say that they're
Us?
not
Women or gays and lesbians?
both.
Okay.
Because they sit there and they say, a woman can be anything, including someone with a penis. But a woman can't be someone who likes sports. A woman can't be someone who's a little bit more masculine. A woman can't be someone who wants to go into a rougher profession or wants to play football or wants to play this or wants to do that. We sit there and say that if you're a woman who wants that, you must be non-binary or you must be a man trapped in a woman's body, which they don't even begin to grasp the fact that they're actually so anti-misogynistic that they're misogynistic as can be. They've completed the cycle. And that's what I hear out of all of them is, oh, are you a rough and tumble kind of girl? You must be a guy. I'm not. You're not. They aren't. These women are women who have more masculine interests. That doesn't make them men. It means their interests are more rough and tumble. I don't know why this is so hard for them to, like, they've eliminated the concept of the gender roles, right? That was the goal, to eliminate them, but now they've just reinstated them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And people like this are just screaming it.
Screaming what?
Bring back misogyny! Bring back misogyny!
They're saying it's not misogynistic.
But realistically, the undertone of that is bring back misogyny! Bring back misogyny! You know what the swing to this is?
Misogyny is here.
I was gonna say, you know what the swing to this is? If we're this misogynistic now, and they're saying it's not misogyny, then the counter fix to this is filled with misogyny that's blatant and apparent and given to you. It's not going back to not having these gender roles. We don't have actual gender roles outside of one's going to be a mother and one's going to be a father. That is a gender role. That's it. But that doesn't mean that, like, I grew up with a mother who was the breadwinner. You had a father who was the breadwinner. That doesn't mean that that's a male or female role. The only thing that really matters is the birth thing. And they're still just not, they don't even want to acknowledge that. Women,
Well, they're for abortion rights for women, but
Women
they
can
can't
get men
define.
pregnant.
But they can't define what a woman is. So if men can get pregnant, then aren't they for men and women's rights? Right. Because abortion rights would be a man and a woman's right. So they would be not just for women's rights, but for men and women's rights.
they don't even know what they're standing for because they get caught up in their own cycle of
I
what
know.
am I standing for?
I know. There's a debate between Trump and Biden on the 27th of this month, and I hope he mentions something about that.
We haven't done a live stream, but I bet if we got enough money, we could do a live stream.
We could do a live stream on the 27th.
What day of the week is that?
I don't know.
It's a Thursday, and that should be the Thursday I'm off. And plus, I don't go to work until that evening.
elections in November, the cast is encouraging the LGBTQ community to get to the polls.
LGBTQ rights are very simply civil rights. And there's the old adage that, rising waters lift all boats. And I think the fight for equality resonates beyond our community to other marginalized groups. And we need to remind everybody how important voting is because it lifts everybody up.
During its debut in 2003,
Well, I thought the LGBTQ was all oppressed groups.
It is now.
Doesn't it include everybody? Have you seen the god-awful gaudy flag? Doesn't it include every oppressed person possible?
Well, it does now. This guy's coming from an older perspective of like, we're just fighting for black rights or we're just fighting for gay rights, right? So
Yeah.
He's coming from an older perspective. But now, in the current LGBTQ format, it includes, you saw the flag, people of color, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
And
Palestine.
That's what it's doing. I don't disagree with a lot of what he said. I think that it's good that they're not saying vote for Biden. They're not saying get to the polls to vote for Biden. They're saying get to the polls, which
He
I think
probably
is
said
important. But not leaving it in is important, because people need to know that they have
He
their own
showed
right
up at the White House
to talk to Kamala.
Yeah.
Yes.
the vice president.
I think
You think they're for Trump?
No, God. I think that people need to talk more about voting, whichever side you're on, because not enough people are voting.
Well, we
However,
do know that the majority of people who vote are like 40 and up, 50
which is
and
why
up.
they're sending people like this and people who are more relevant with the younger crowd. That's why they're saying, like, having these people come through and talk about voting.
They do it every year, and still young people don't vote.
Yes, because young people don't find young people don't find that their voice matters. That's usually the general opinion I've heard from people my age is, why would I vote? It doesn't matter. I'm just one person. And I understand. I'm sure you understand that feeling.
Yeah.
Because the minimalizing, especially as a woman, you're used to. But it does matter because if you and me and you and you and you all vote from our true political opinions, then the 100 of us or so might actually affect something.
I voted for the first time last election.
I didn't.
And the only reason I voted was because I was pissed. I was pissed that I was going to die in debt because of student loans. You can't file for bankruptcy on them, and I have agoraphobia. It's hard. I have to work from home, and this is my full-time job. And yeah, just a lot of bullshit life stuff, you know? So I was pissed. I'm like, well, this is fucked. Banks get bailed out. Everyone gets bailed out. Even Trump got bailed out of bankruptcy, but I have to die in debt? You mean I can't get married because my wife will take on my debt and she'll have to live with my debt until she dies or pays it off? I mean, I was so pissed about that I'm like, well, Biden's the only one who's saying he'd allow me to be free of my student loans, so I'll vote for him. Come to find out that was a retarded decision because he doesn't stand for anything and he didn't follow through with that promise.
How can you stand for anything when someone go and you fall over?
Well, that's why I'm voting again, because now I'm even more pissed because, I'm going to die in debt. But at least if I'm going to live and then die in debt, can I at least live without having to go into a bathroom and seeing some fucking penis, you know? I don't want this men who think they're women thing being a law, a thing.
You mean like the thing it currently is?
Yes. I am so pissed about it that I'm voting again, but I'm voting for Trump.
I didn't vote.
At least he knows what a pussy is, for God's sakes.
I didn't vote simply because I knew there was no way they were going to let Trump go into office again. That's why I didn't vote. And I didn't support Joe Biden then because he never gave me any outstanding reasons to support him. So I didn't vote. I didn't vote at all. However, this year is going to be very different.
Even though Joe Biden was one of the people who was pushing back against Elizabeth Warren when she was trying to talk some sense into them, saying, hey, maybe we should allow them to file bankruptcy on their student loans. And Joe Biden's like, no, you can't do that.
Outside of that, Joe Biden's not the liberal president they think he is. You
No.
hear about the bump stocks?
Yeah, I've heard.
You've heard about the bump stocks. They were so aggressive in making a regular gun into a, what do you call it?
A machine gun?
Into basically a machine gun, a rapid fire assault weapon. They were so dangerous that Trump, the Republican president, made them illegal. And then Biden made them legal again. So you want to talk about gun safety and how he's done so much and he's protecting all these people? Wait till someone gets a bump stock.
3, Queer Eye was a rare representation of LGBTQ individuals in primetime television. Back in 2006, GLAAD reported that just over 1%.
It wasn't a representation of LGBTQ. It was just
Gay men.
It was just gay men. That's it. It was just gay men.
Well, because,
it wasn't a representation of all of us.
we were talking about people fetishizing.
just the gay dudes.
People fetishizing other things. Women
Yeah.
fetishize
Gay men?
gay men.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah, they do.
Like crazy.
Because they want to sleep with them.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's the same way that a guy wants to turn a lesbian straight, a woman wants to turn a gay guy straight.
Well, it's for different reasons, but
But same
Still want to sleep with them.
Same pattern. They may not want the man to be straight at the end, but they want to have sex with him. And same goes for men with women. They don't want them really to go chasing down another penis. They want them to only want their penis. You know, that's the whole appeal to it. They fetishize the fact that this person only wants to be with the same gender, but for them...
Yeah.
1% of TV shows featured LGBTQ characters. Fast forward almost 2 decades later, and that number has increased to nearly 11%.
It was such an incredible, groundbreaking thing that history now...
Wait, did that say that that's representation in TV? Only 10%? I call bullshit. LGBT characters only represent 1.3% of the broadcast. And it's saying that in 18 years, we're now at... We've done 100% more, right? Yeah, I'd say there's clearly a lot of people putting gays into their stories. But you know what I've learned from firsthand experience? There's not that percentage of gays to straight people. So why would you portray it in media that way? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm out in public, if I go to Target... Oh, Target's a bad example. If I go to Walmart, I'm probably one of, 20 homosexual LGBT people in there. If there's 100 people. I don't think that I don't think even that's that high, you know? I don't think there's that big of a concentration of gays.
You mean just gays, or are you talking about the whole alphabet mafia? Then it's probably, 85%. Straight women who wear sneakers and jeans are part of our alphabet mafia because technically that's non-binary for some reason.
Fast forward almost 2 decades later, and that number has increased to nearly 11%.
It was such an incredible, groundbreaking thing that history now, 20 years later, I think everyone understands what you guys did.
These two get credit because they were the first gay men to be out there being who they were, telling their story and sharing.
I don't know if you knew this, but on our end, the criteria...
Telling their story? I don't remember them telling their story of... What? I hate the way these people f***ing talk. Oh, they're telling their story, living their full truth. Motherfucker, these guys just did their job. They didn't talk about their gay lifestyle, their gay relationships. They didn't talk about any of that shit. So telling their story, that's a bunch of bull. You guys were telling your stories. No, they fucking weren't. You weren't watching it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You sound so fucking retarded. Telling their stories. They weren't fucking doing anything. What an idiot. That's how I feel. You know who was telling the story? The straight guy they were trying to help. Not them. I didn't hear them talking about their boyfriends or who took it in the ass last night. Didn't hear anything about that. Telling their story. Shut the fuck up.
Right. The criteria was, yes, you had to fit into the umbrella of your category, but you had to be openly gay. And as an actor, I remember thinking, oh, so then I'll walk into rooms and spaces and everyone will know. And
I didn't have to worry.
I already knew.
You didn't come out to your family.
Throughout the years, the cast has seen the impact of the show, with viewers acknowledging its role in sparking conversations within their households and promoting acceptance of the LGBTQ community.
One of the most grateful things I am for that show is that so many young people come up to me today on airplanes or in the mall and say, your show helped me come out because it allowed a safe dialogue with my family to say, oh, gay is okay.
To be able to be a part of that visibility for queer people, I think what I really hope that we can do is make queer people's lives in especially, rural spaces, but also really just anywhere, easier.
Welcome today, everyone, to the White House. I'd like to briefly answer some questions. Go ahead, I'm ready.
JVN.
Oh, yes.
Is it true that it's all your natural hair?
Yes, I can confirm that this is not a wig.
Follow-up question. Do you use your own products?
I do use JVN hair, actually exclusively.
Follow-up question. Are those tits real?
Yeah, they're man boobs. They're not tits.
You know,
or
I
someone's
remember
taking estrogen.
I remember a time where gay guys used to be funny. Like, if a gay guy was in a movie or a show, he was the funny one. Everyone was going to laugh because he was going to be the one to bring the house down. Now, they're just cringy. They're not funny. They're gross. The personality, it just oozes, I am the shit and I know this. That's why I don't mind showing off my roles.
And that's how gay men were before to be the comics. The difference is bullying.
Yeah, they just become assholes.
The difference is bullying, because if you were a gay who went through actual bullying, you make jokes because that makes you feel better. If you weren't a gay who went through bullying, you become a cocky, arrogant asshole.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Most of the people in the LGBTQ today are just assholes.
Bullying. Who said it? Bring bullying back. I like that slogan. And it's not to be like
their bullying is back and they're bullying us, man.
I don't think that bullying in the context of bullying is great. I think that getting consequences for your actions is what we need, and these people have like none of them. No consequences. He could walk out in the street naked, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're just gonna put him in the hospital. It's all okay."
They're not going to put him in a hospital. They'll be like, he's living his true self.
Right, yeah. This
He's
is him expressing his
himself.
gender ideology.
Hey. Yeah, he just has to do it at that playground down the street.
That's the only place he can feel free to express himself.
Yeah, that's where he can be his true self, and we should just allow him to continue living his true self, no matter how many children are surrounding him in the present time.
It's crazy.
I want to bring the funny gay guys back. Where are they? Where did they go? Are they underground?
No, they're just not as vocal because they have this thing called shame. Like shame and like actual pride in yourself. Like not pride in your gayness, but pride in the fact that you're a person who has a life.
Where did the funny guys go? Where did the funny gay guys go?
They're working regular 9-to-5s.
Why did they leave?
Well, because nobody wanted them in the media anymore. They wanted the people who were gaudy. They want the clearly gay. They don't want the funny gay. They don't want the people like you and me who you can be like, are they gay?
Funny
Just
gays
from
were
looking at
clearly
them.
gay.
Not all of them, I guess.
The funny ones.
Apparently, you just gotta.
In media.
Apparently, you gotta be way more serious about how you want a vagina instead of a penis.
You gotta look gross.
Yeah, apparently. Well, no, those other men did not look gross.
I want to laugh at the things you're saying, not at you.
Yeah.
He makes me want to laugh at him.
I have no problems with the other men in the room. The only person I have a problem with is that Jonathan guy.
Oh, you know his name?
I saw it on the bottom. I read it.
Oh, yeah, I don't even care that much.
Yeah, I read it. But he's the problem. He's the real problem. The rest of those men there are just gay guys.
He's fetishizing. He's a cross-dresser. That's not part of the LGBTQ or whatever.
No, but...
I mean, even if he calls himself a gay guy, is he technically a gay guy according to the rules of the...
he might have...
rainbow flag?
Penis sex, but look at him.
Yeah, but is a penis a vagina nowadays? Is a penis attached to a woman nowadays?
Jonathan will become Joan soon, and Joan over there is going to keep on telling us how we're wrong and we're bigots. And we're going to have to listen because we're just these little peons and his millions of dollars are what we have to follow, right?
I don't got to listen to shit.
I'm not listening either. I'm
And
saying
once they take away our right to wed each other, I'm blaming them.
Yeah, because then you'll have
that's
to transition.
what's gonna happen.
Then you'll have to transition to marry your partner. That would
If they take away gay rights, but they still allow transitioning, I'm just gonna take a bullet. Then I'm actually living in my nightmare.
Yeah,
where I cannot escape
It'll be like,
penises.
do you want to marry your wife? One of you has to be a man. So one of you will have to opt for the gender correction surgery. It's
No,
literally.
what if I'll just say I'm a man. There you go.
It's
now I'm a
literally-
man. Hey. Now I'm a man because I just said I'm a man so we can get married. Hey!
Where's your testosterone? Don't you need testosterone?
No! Have you not heard of self-ID?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can enforce it later if they make more rules with it. They're not realizing how much they're pushing for more and more government control in there.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Join our membership for early access to our videos and
Maybe
prioritize comments.
Catch our live if we do it.
That too.
Bye!